there's a difference between fixating and observing. I didn't have to say anything. My correction was disagreement. There are other ways to assert dominance, bring control, to bring quiet. Hey, quiet. See how he just barked at something out there? Mm-hmm. He's on leash with me. He has no business barking. If I had a pinch collar, quiet, quiet, it'd be more effective. But really quick, I'm interrupting the brain. I gave a touch in the side. If you want to learn how to do that better, watch Chaos to Calm, my video. But I just gave him a touch in the side to disagree because I want to redirect the brain. When it comes to your cat, when it comes to things he's fixated on, instead of standing on the line like when you were watching one of my videos for the down command, and the fact is you were just bringing control and a little bit of pressure. So that's why you felt like it was being more, it was effective. At least it was helping.
Yeah.
And you didn't hurt anything. But let's take it a step further and actually do some stuff that's gonna correct it. Anytime he's fixated on something he shouldn't be, let's say it's the cat, I can either give a leash correction like I just did, and in a minute I'm about to put a pinch collar on him, which is gonna make that correction way more effective, so I don't have to correct so firm. I had to correct more firm because I have a flat collar on him. But then I had that touch in the side and I even used my knee. All I'm looking for is a way to redirect the brain, to snap it out of it. That's all I'm looking for, and to stop that moment. But you were doing a leave it with food to try to make a segue to get him to stop fixating on the cat. Would you explain that quickly?
So I thought that the best way to do it is to tell the dog to leave the cats. So leave it command. I watched a video on the YouTubes, and one of the things, but one of the things they said is put a treat on the ground, tell him to leave it, and then if he left it and did a good job, then you treat him with a separate piece. And so I give him that, and then pick up that and put it back in my pocket. He'll look at me.
Yeah.
Like if he's chasing a cat or fixated on a cat and I say, leave it, he'll look at me, but then turn right back. And I'll have to say, I'll have to continue to repeat it to the point where then I have to redirect. And my redirect is to start loose leash walking him around the house.
Technically, is any of it wrong? No. No harm, no foul. And that's not a bad way to start to teach leave it. It's a very roundabout way to try to affect the situation with the cats. So I wouldn't recommend it necessarily.
Okay.
Right? The one thing that so there's a joke. The only thing two trainers can agree on is what the third one's doing wrong. Okay. So cat cannot be off limits because it's part of your pack.
Right.
Okay. So they have to have a relationship. In time, if you do things right, that's going to come. But he does have to learn that there's a boundary around a cat. You can't chase the cats. You can't charge the cats. You can't, right? Mm-hmm. And so when he's fixated, he's wrong. He's in a wrong mindset. I want him to calmly observe, but I don't want him loading to an explosion.
I have had that thought in my mind because whenever he's staring at the cats, I'll try to redirect him. Sometimes he is calm, sometimes he is loaded. So I can let him.
Yes, you need to discern.
Okay.
Which is which. I'm going to put this on him so I can make a better correction if he barks. But this is the point I want to say. When he's looking at the cats, there's a difference between fixating and observing. We want him to observe his world. Mm-hmm. But when he's loading and you can tell he's building, that's where you're going to give a leash correction. It's like my bite. What I'm correcting is the mindset. But you were working on leave it, right? This is the point. If he looks at the cat and he's fixated and you say leave it and he looks at you, but he goes right back to the cat, right? You've got to correct the mindset. So when he fixates, I don't want to fixate because I want to avoid the correction. That's what you want. That's the difference. The fact is you want to, never are you allowed to fixate at the cat. Never are you allowed to do that. So when it comes to something that is absolute and forbidden, you want to just straight up correct it. And a minute ago, I popped the leash with a flat collar and I touched him in the side for barking. It's the same thing. The pinch collar and leash is just an added tool that is actually way more effective and to the point. And that way you can either lower or increase your level of intensity in your correction based on the dog. And he doesn't seem like a difficult dog. He seems actually very guidable. He barked. I didn't have to say anything. My correction was disagreement. Calm. Nothing else is needed. I redirected the brain. He stopped. I'm letting him know I'm not going to allow nuisance barking. Does that make sense? Was that
You
cool?
don't know. That's yeah.
I know.
That's
see?
those are the rules in our house. I need to. I
yeah.
need to apply. I need to have the
Yep.
tools to make it happen.
But notice with the pinch collar, that was a whole lot easier to stop it than earlier. So that was just a little bit more intense bark than the one before. But before I had to give multiple corrections, touch in the side, then use my knee to snap the brain out of it. And with this pinch collar, I was able to just give a couple leash corrections, and now he even settled his head, and he's even more settled. Till the next lesson, we just thank you so much for listening. We hope you gained some value. And again, your dog will never be what you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. And we just thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.